Now, to continue our story. The morning after the sheriff had told Walt Benson, trail boss of the Bar X herd, that he would have to surrender a fifth of his cattle or leave Bighorn County, the lawman and a number of his deputies headed for the Bar X camp.
This time, them smart cowhands will either pay up or take what's coming to them.
You should have let the rest of us come along the last time, Sheriff. Then there wouldn't have been no gunplay.
They'll wish there hadn't been.
I wonder who that Injun was.
No. Never seen him before.
Didn't he call himself Tonto?
He might have. What about it?
Just seemed to me I'd heard that name somewhere before. Maybe not, though.
Reckon you didn't.
Aren't we pretty close to the Bar X outfit?
You'll see him just as soon as we top this rise.
I can hear him.
Sounds like they're on the move.
By golly, if they're trying to keep on going, I'll have their hides.
There they are.
They ain't going on. They're heading back.
I'll bet they decided to try the river after all.
Here comes their trail boss. We'll soon find out. Whoa there.
They don't look worried none.
He will be if he tries to get his cows across the Whitewater.
Yeah, and for more than one reason.
Whoa. Well, what are you going to do?
Howdy, Sheriff. I see you got all your gunslingers with you.
That'll be enough out of you. All we want to know is whether you're paying up or getting out.
We're going by way of the hills.
You're forgetting about the river, ain't you, fella?
Nope.
Don't let it fool you none. It ain't very wide, but it sure moves fast. You get half your cars across, and you'll be doing blame good.
We'll do our own worrying.
Well, go ahead. We can't stop you as long as you don't try to cross our county. But if you double back, you'll sure wish you hadn't.
Uh-huh. Thanks for the advice, Sheriff.
That ain't advice. It's a warning.
Thanks, just the same. Now, I got to be getting back. The boys will be needing my help.
The faster you move out of here, the better.
That's just the way we feel about it. Get up there. Get along there. Get up there.
Now what, Sheriff?
Just the same as always when them cow punchers get stubborn.
We're riding to the Sioux Hills?
Yep, with masks.
Well, I don't like that way of doing things so well.
What's worrying you? We've done it before, ain't we?
Yeah,
and I reckon we can do it again.
Myself, I like it this way better. Instead of just part of the herd, we get all of it.
We'll lay for 'em in the hills. Wait till they're having trouble crossing the river, then ride down and wipe 'em out.
Yeah? Taking big chances.
But it's paying us big money.
The only thing is, Sheriff, there ain't gonna be no cinch selling a herd that size all at once.
That'll be the easiest part of it.
Yeah?
We'll drill them fellas, take their papers, and sell the cows to the same buyer they was going to.
You figure we can?
Why not? Nobody that far off can prove we ain't working for the Bar X.
You'll go along, Sheriff?
Well, maybe I'll send the rest of you. It wouldn't look right for me to be leaving the county.
We could handle it.
But first, we got to head them off by the river.
We'll need more men.
We'll go back to town and get them right now. We'll load up on ammunition. And after we've met up with them punchers again, there won't be a one of them left to tell about it. Get up there. Come on. Get up there. Get up. Get up.
When Tonto talked to Walt Benson, he not only outlined the masked man's plan to get the herd across the river safely, but also repeated everything the Lone Ranger and he had learned about the tactics of the sheriff and his men. Now we see the herd as it moves through a narrow valley in the Sioux Hills leading to the Whitewater River. Tonto is riding beside Walt on the cowboy Idaho.
You sure your masked pard can do like you said, Tonto?
He'll do that all right.
It's a risky business.
You not worry. If the masked feller slips up, we're going to be in a worse fix than we was afore.
Especially if them polecats really try to raid us like the masked man figured they would.
Them make raid, all right. The dirty crooks. They got the slickest game I ever heard of. If they don't get paid for letting cows lose their county, they just make the herds go around where they can be stowed easy.
Maybe this is once they'll get fooled.
I'm hoping for it.
We should be getting sight of the river soon.
Here comes Shorty. Maybe he's seen the river already.
Hey, boss!
Yeah?
Oh, there.
Oh, there.
That masked fella done it.
You sure?
You bet I am. I seen it for myself.
The riverbed's dry,
There ain't enough water left in it to boil a mess of beans.
And there ain't nothing to keep the cattle from crossing.
and now we got to do the rest like the masked fella told us.
He's been right so far, and I'm with him all the way.
And so am I.
Hey, fellas! Get moving. Fire off your shooting iron. Start them critters to stampeding.
You're sure they won't get away from us?
Not by a darn sight. They can't scatter in this valley. When they run out, we'll pick them up again.
Then let's go.
Make all the noise you can.
You watch us. Get up there. Get up there.
The sheriff and his men, armed for the attack upon the Bar X trail herd, rode out from town and made their way across country toward the Whitewater River. We see them as they approach the spot from which they plan to start their raid.
We should be there just about in time to meet the herd.
Yeah.
There's good cover over there, Sheriff.
Uh-huh. I reckon that'll do all right. Just so we ain't spotted before we're ready for 'em.
I'd sure hate to have anything go wrong.
That's up to you, fellas. All I gotta say is this. After the way that smart aleck trail boss acted, if they ain't made to pay for it, then I'll see to it you fellas are blamed sorry.
We'll do our part.
Uh-huh. You better. It means cash for all of us.
How's this place here?
Good enough. Whoa.
Oh, there. Whoa there. Ain't no sign of them yet.
Well, it's a heap better to be a little early than to miss 'em.
We'll see them just as soon as they come around the bend.
And when they start to crossing the river, they'll sure... Leaping catfish.
Huh?
What's the matter, Sid?
Look at the river.
Fry.
Well, I'll be... Sheriff, what in blazes could have happened?
Don't ask me.
There's been rains aplenty. It ain't like as though we had a dry spell.
It was raining only last week.
I figured the river'd be worse than ever. Something's gone wrong, blast it.
Well, it can't be helped none now.
I'm going to find out what's done it. You fellas wait here.
Hold on, doggone it. What if them cowhands come along while you're looking? You want them to see you and spoil it all?
Sorry, Sheriff. Reckon I wasn't thinking.
Just stay right here out of sight.
But have you seen the river like this before, Sheriff?
Nope. I never heard tell of the Whitewater running dry in all the time I've been in this part of the country.
It's a blame funny thing.
Yeah, and it means we ain't gonna have so easy a time of it when the herd gets here.
Wait.
Huh?
The herd's coming now.
Say, it sounds like maybe they're stampeding.
I'll bet that's just it.
Maybe things are breaking our way after all.
How'd you figure that?
Shucks, if the herd's got away from them Bar X fellers, we can pick up the cows, then come back and clean out them punchers.
Look over there. There they come.
The whole herd.
Can't stop them now.
Wonder where the punchers are.
Must be coming up behind.
Look at the critters run.
We'll have to let them get by before we can take out after them.
I sure wouldn't want to be in front of a stampede like that.
The way they're moving, it won't take long for them to get by.
You can see the last of them now.
See to your horses.
We're all set.
I'll give the word when to start out.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, after them. Get up there. Get up. Them punchers ain't in sight.
We'll take care of them later.
Come on, boy. Get along there.
They're across the river.
They won't run that fast for long. Keep your horses moving.
Yeah, we should.
What was that?
Sounded like blasting powder.
I thought the same.
Come on. We're almost to the river.
But wait, look!
What the?
It's water.
A whole flood of it.
And coming right at us.
We can't dodge it. Turn around. Whoa, boy, whoa.
Right, help!
Yelling won't help. We just gotta hang on and hope we don't get drowned. Come on.
The water rushing in a great flood from the hills swept along the dry bed of the river with the force and speed of an express train. The sheriff and his men were caught in the torrent, carried helplessly along, then flung aside, bruised and battered as the flood's initial force subsided. Walt, Tonto, and the Bar X cowpunchers watched until the time was ripe for action.
Look at them crooks crawling up on the bank. They won't do much fighting now.
Let's take after him.
There comes a masked fella.
And the U.S. Marshal with him.
Now we get him, bad fella,
You're
huh?
blamed right we will. Get up there.
Get him up
Come
here,
on.
boys. Get him up.
Come on, masked fella. We'll round up them crooks.
Yes, look at their white horse he's riding.
It even beats the Injun's horse.
Come on. We'll get him.
You bet we will, Marshal.
The sheriff's getting ready to fire at us.
He's getting his men together the best he can.
But it won't be half quick enough. They're shooting now. All right. Let him have it.
I aim to pick off that sheriff.
That'll show him we ain't fooling.
Fire some more.
Hey, the sheriff's trying to shout something.
They're dropping their shooting knives.
And raising their hands.
We give up. Don't fire no more.
Holster your guns, fellas.
But I tell
we
you-
can't fire on them when they give up. Whoa, All right, Marshal. Here's the men we set out to capture for you.
Sheriff, I'm taking your badge away and jailing the whole lot of you.
Wait, Marshal, listen.
I've seen what you done.
You can't do this. We were just trying
Keep
to do...
still. The masked fella brought me here and told me all about your scheme.
If that water hadn't trapped us...
But it did. And you can thank the masked fella for that, too.
Huh?
He thought up the whole plan. First, he used blasting powder to dam the river so the cattle could get through. Then he used more blasting powder and released the water in time to catch you.
Boy, that
I'd like to get my hands on him.
Sure, only you're going to jail instead.
I'll send some of my boys to help you take them there, Marshal, while the rest of us round up our cows.
Good enough. But where's the masked fella and the Injun? I want to thank them for what they've done.
I don't know.
There they are.
Wait!
It's too late now to thank him. They're gone for good.
Well, maybe they are. But they done enough for us, so I ain't never forgetting them. All right, let's get these crooks to the jail.
Come on, Silver! Someone's waiting on the trail ahead! Ho, Silver!
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.